Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited about today's video. We're going to be playing around with the new Colourpop blush quads. I have them all right here. They are so cute. I'm so excited. You guys know how much I love blush, so when I saw like the little thing on the package that said like blush, I was like, oh my god, I'm so stoked. I do not have the launch date or the price of this yet. I feel like you guys kind of know that already. When I get the packages, I don't really know much. I just get them and I film for you guys so you guys can see swatches and some sneak peeks of them. You guys find out the launch date and price. That's when I find out. So I will update you guys whenever I can. When I find the date and time and the price and everything, I will put that down below, and I also usually put it as a pinned comment as well, so just keep an eye out for that. As always, you guys can use my code, it's just KATRINA, and it'll save you 10% off the Colourpop website. I'll leave that down below for you guys if you guys want to use it or anything. Let's get into it. I am going to be doing close-ups, swatches, and I also do a little demo using the blushes as well. So there are 5 palettes, and this is what they look like. I want to show you guys a little size comparison next to the eyeshadow quads. So this is them. I did just see like a sneak peek on Instagram. Someone said that they're like mini. I don't think they're that small. Like I don't think they're like mini by any means. Like when I think mini, if I thought like of a mini blush palette, I would think of something like this size. I think it's definitely like normal quad size. It's not like big by any means, but I also don't think it's like mini. This is the Huda like Obsessions palette. This is the size of them. They're like almost kind of the same size, and the pans aren't like super small either. Like my brush does fit like in the blush, so they're not that small. It says each cheek palette includes 3 must-have finishes: a Super Shock highlighter, matte pressed powder blush, and a satin pressed powder blush. I don't know if they've had satin blushes before. Maybe I'm crazy, but I know when they do have like a glowy blush, it usually is like the ones with like glitter or like a little bit of shimmer in them. These are not like that. These are definitely more like a glow from within type of blush. It's not like shimmery or glittery. It's just truly like it adds a glow, and I'm super excited about this formula. I hope that they come out with more blushes in the satin formula, because you guys will see in the demo she kind of snapped. So let me show you guys the actual palettes. So we have 5 different ones right here. I do want to say that even though it is in the same like packaging as the eyeshadow quads, this one, the eyeshadow quads kind of like hard snap, if that makes sense. Like the hinge is what keeps it closed, whereas these have a snap closure in the front. Some of mine don't stay closed. That's the only downside about it. I'll talk more about that in like the review part of the video, but I just want to mention that really quick. These do have a snap closure, and you guys can see it doesn't really, it stays closed, but like if you hit it, it kind of opens. This is what the packaging looks like. It kind of looks like the eyeshadow quads ones where they all have like a gradient effect on them, and they're super cute. So let me show you guys the palettes. So the first one that we have is Sugar Frosted. I do like that they're like clear so you guys can see the colors in them. I love clear packaging. It said a highlighter and 3 blushes in each one. I think there are 2 mattes, 1 satin blush, and a highlighter in every one. There's a lot more like nude, neutral tones. I really like this one. I think it's a really pretty blush. This is really good for like every day. I would say if you're like maybe fair to a light skin tone, I think this one will work. It's really pretty. It's just really nice and nude. So that one is Sugar Frosted. This one that we have is Extra Glazed, and this one is definitely more on the pink side. I would say if you're like fair, light, and even like my skin tone, maybe like light medium, this one will work for you. I did use this one in the demo on one side of my face, and it's a lot more like very pink, super like blue toned pink, but it is more on like the cooler side, I would say, at least the one that I use. And then there is like this more like, what color even is this? Like a dusty rose shade. It's really pretty. The highlighter in here is like a pinky champagne tone, so that one is Extra Glazed. This one, which is my favorite one, this one is Cookie Cluster, and this is what it looks like. This one is definitely more on the warmer peachy pink corally side. The highlighter in here is like a warm gold shade, and I would say if you're like light medium, even if you're light, I feel like you could probably still make this work. Maybe like light medium, use this one. This one is really pretty, and I'm really happy that the shade, this one right here, is a satin one, because I love the satin formula, and this is like my favorite type of blush color. So this one is Cookie Cluster. Next we have Tea Cakes, and this is what that one looks like. I would say if you're like medium tan, maybe use this one. This one has really pretty like darker, warm tones. The highlighter in here is like a warm gold. That one is Tea Cake. And last but not least, this one I'm so happy about. This one is Sweet Roll. This is stunning and I'm so excited to put this in my kit. It makes me want to do makeup on other people again. I haven't done clients in over a year and this is literally so pretty. It is just this really pretty palette with a like deeper bronzy gold highlighter, a like wine blush, this like darker blush, like lighter wine tone shade. This is stunning. This is so pretty and I think this will look so pretty on deeper skin tones. I am so happy that they did a palette like this because I have mentioned this in pretty much almost every Colourpop collection video that I've done that has blushes in it, but I always say that I wish that there was more deeper blushes in every collection. So I'm really glad that they put this palette in here. I think it's really pretty and I think it definitely is like such a good palette for deeper skin tones. It is really pretty. That is all 5 of the palettes. Again, I don't know the price of them. I'm sure they'll be pretty reasonably priced. It's Colourpop. I used 2 different palettes on each side of my face. I kind of even them out right now so you can't really tell, but you can definitely tell in the demo part of it. So yeah, I will leave all the info and everything that I have down below for you guys. I'll keep you guys updated with the launch date and the price. We'll link all of them below when they do launch on the website if you guys want to come back to this video and just check out the swatches and stuff before you buy them if you want to purchase them. So yeah, so if you guys want to see these blush palettes in action and to hear my final thoughts about them, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm like midway doing my makeup right now. I don't know why, I just like, am I the only one that like can't finish like their whole face if you're like missing one thing? Like I was trying to do like my whole face and just like leave like no blush so I could just do this, but I'm like, dude, I literally can't. So we're gonna do blush. I pulled 2 of them that I think I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use, Cookie Cluster is my favorite. I think I'm going to also use Extra Glaze so you guys can see a little bit of both. I do like the highlighter in Extra Glaze though more than the one in Cookie Cluster. I don't know. We'll see. I think the one in Cookie Cluster looks a little dark. Not super, super dark, but it's a little bit more gold for my liking. Bronzer and like contour on right now. So I'm going to do Cookie Cluster on this side and then Extra Glazed on this side. And then I think after I like show you guys both of them, I'm going to like mix the 2. But this one is Cookie Cluster. This one's definitely more like coral pink orangey colors. So I'm going to take this shade right here, which is called Extra Sprinkles. This one I think is a satin. There's 2 mattes and a satin in each palette. So I'm taking Extra Sprinkles, which is this shade right here. You guys know I love those shades. I feel so incomplete if I don't have blush on. I love blush so much. Ooh, I love this color. I'm gonna go ahead and mix a little bit of this pink shade. I'm just gonna go back and forth. You guys can see like it's a nice like warm corally peach color. Oh my god, I love it mixed with the pink. Oh my god, I love those 2 mixed together are like my perfect blush. I love, oh my god. And okay, that I think it's the Extra Sprinkles one. That satin one gives such a pretty glow to the skin. Do you guys see the glow? And it's like not glittery. It just gives like a really, really nice sheen to the skin. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. Really is super pretty. Oh my god, I love. Yeah, these 2 together mixed, bomb. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try Extra Glazed on this side. So I'm gonna take, I think again, this like satin shade. This one is Pink Velvet. This one's a lot more like pink. I'm gonna probably add a little bit of this shade in there later, but I'm gonna start off with this shade right here. And this is the Extra Glazed palette. There's like something stuck to my lip. And just apply. Oh, that's really pretty. It's like a nice pretty like everyday pink shade. I love the like satin. Satins are a rich and radiant buildable color from a lit from within glow, which I definitely think that is accurate. It's so pretty. This is definitely different than like their blushes that have like shimmer in them usually. This is like not the same. I love this formula. And it definitely is buildable, which is good. A little bit lighter, a little bit darker, you know. So that is Pink Velvet. It's really pretty, very subtle. Glow is a little bit more on the cooler side. I'm going to go ahead and add this shade down here, which is Swirled, to kind of darken it up a little bit. That's really pretty. Is one a little bit lighter than this one too, so if you're like light and you like more like pinky blushes, I definitely think that this is the one for you. I like these more like warmer tones, so I'm gonna add, now that you guys can see like what this looks like, again, that like satinness to the blush is beautiful. I love that glow that it gives you, and it really is like a glow from within type of glow. It's not like super shimmery or glittery or anything. It's stunning. I'm gonna add some of this color onto this side just to even it out. I'm probably gonna look really blush, but oh well. I love this side. This side is so pretty. I'm gonna add some pink to this side again to balance the colors out so I don't look crazy, but I love it. This is the highlighter. Let's see, and these are Super Shock highlighters, which I'm excited for. I love the Super Shock highlighters. Yeah, the one in the Cookie Cluster palette is a little more on the like darker gold side. So I think I'm gonna use Sugar Frosted, which I think is like the lightest like nude one. The highlighter in here. Oh, I think the highlighter in here will actually work. It's like a very like light champagne-y gold. I think the one in Extra Glazed, the one that I used on this side, I think this one's like more pinky. Yeah, that one's a little bit more on the cool tone pinky side. So I'm going to use the highlighter in Sugar Frosted. Yeah, this is the lighter, like neutral one. Use my fingers, honestly. I'm not going to take too much. I haven't been super into highlighter these days, but I do like to add, if I have been using highlighter, I like to either use the one that I always use or like a Super Shock or Cream highlighter lately. Ooh, I really like the highlighter in this one. This one is, again, Sugar Frosted. It's not like super cool or super warm. It's like a nice like lighter gold. So I used like 3 palettes. Hopefully that was a little helpful for you. I look crazy because I just have 2 different like blushes on. This side looks a lot more warm and this one looks more pink. But it is what it is, you know, whatever. For the video. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup and then I'll show you guys what everything looks like once the rest of my makeup is done. So this is the finished look. I feel so like cute today. I don't know why, but maybe it's my makeup. Who knows? But I ended up putting a little bit more of that like corally shade, this one from the Cookie Cluster palette on this side. I just looked crazy. It was like very noticeably like pink and like peachy over here. So I tried to like even it out as much as possible. I feel like this side still looks pretty pink, but it is what it is. If you guys are wondering what I have on my face, I'm wearing the Colourpop Pretty Fresh complexion products as always. Primer, foundation, and concealer. Blushes went on top of it really well. Guys, I'm wearing the Whatever palette. This is my favorite palette, you guys know. And on my lid, I have Tardy, which I always use. On my lips, I'm wearing Boss Chick from Huda Beauty. This is the new Power Glow cream or Power Bullet Cream Glow lipsticks. I love this color so much. Also wearing the Brow Wax from Colourpop, which I'm seeing a lot of like mixed stuff about. I love it. I think it makes my brows look so nice. So I'm wearing the clear one with the Huda Beauty brow pencils. Anyways, let me give you guys my final thoughts on the new blush quads. I really like them. I think the shade range is really good and I'm so excited to see that darker one in here as well. This one is so beautiful. I can't wait to put this in my kit. I love these like deep warm wine colors for blushes. I think I even said in the wine collection, I thought that a nice like wine, like deep wine blush would have been so nice in that collection, and this is so pretty. I really love Cookie Cluster for like my skin tone or like anyone around my skin tone. I love this. You guys know that these are like my favorite type of shades. So if you like these shades, if you like Milani Luminoso, the Alamod Cosmetics blush trio, that's the one for Fair to Light. This is the one I always use. If you like those type of tones, Cookie Cluster is like the one for you. I really like Extra Glazed if I'm going for like more of a pink look. Like if I'm wearing like pink eyeshadow, pink lips, I would definitely reach for this one. Tea Cakes I think is like maybe a little bit too dark for me, but if you're like medium tan or like tan, I think this would look so pretty on you. I think all of the highlighters in here are like very subtle. They're not like super intense blinding highlights, which I personally really like right now. I'm not super into like really highlighted looks anymore. I don't really use like that much highlighter, only like down the center of my nose because I feel like it really accentuates like the contour that I do, but like on my face I don't really reach for like highlighter that much anymore. So something like this is really nice. It's just like that nice like glow and it's not anything too crazy. The satin formula of these blushes are fantastic. I love them. So impressed with like when I applied the satin one. Just gives like the most prettiest glow. Obviously I have the highlighter on, but even you guys saw before I put the highlighter on, it gave like this really beautiful glow, and it's not shimmery, it's not glittery, it's just like a really pretty glow from within kind of look, and it's super pretty. So, and it's not anything super crazy. Like if you don't like shimmery blushes, I feel like you'll still be fine. If you like matte blushes, and there are matte blushes in here as well, I do like tend to go towards like more shimmery glowy type of blushes, but these ones looked really pretty, and I have been liking more like matte blushes lately too. So like pans aren't too small either. Like that's a thing I have with a lot of like blush palettes or face palettes or anything, is like usually the pans, if they're like small, the pans are usually too small. I think it's like a really good size. Like my brush fits like perfectly in there where I'm not like going into like other shades. I hate that. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to like face palettes. Obviously everyone like will use a different brush, but I use like a pretty decently sized brush. It's not super small or super big, so it fits perfectly in there. But the packaging is okay. Like the eyeshadow quad ones are a little bit more like, it's like the same plastic, but it just feels sturdier. I don't know why. This one does feel a little bit like not as like sturdy, and also a couple of mine like don't close all the way. It has that like snap closure, and yeah, a lot of times those plastic ones like don't stay closed. That's the only downside of this one. If you really wanted to, you could take them out without like ruining the whole palette. If you wanted to like put them in like a bigger palette to like just have them all. Honestly, I think later on, like when I start doing clients again, I still haven't done clients in like over a year, I probably will take these out of the actual components and probably put them in a big like magnetic palette. If you want to do that, you can do that as well. Overall, like formula, like actually talking about like the actual blushes themselves, I think they're really good. I love the shade range. The colors that they picked for each one are really pretty. I'm really glad that they just stuck to like blush and highlight. I feel like it's hard to do, like adding bronzers in there sometimes don't always work. Like sometimes it gets a little weird when it comes to putting like bronzers in face palettes. So many different shades of bronzer that can work on different skin tones, where I feel like blushes are kind of like, okay, like this one will work, this one will kind of work, but bronzer I feel like is a little bit more like you need something for like your exact skin tone. I hope we get like bronzers soon. That will be super exciting. But yeah, I'm really excited for these. I love them. I love blush. Blush is like one of my favorite makeup products, so when brands come out with blush, I get super excited. Anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts on these. Are you guys gonna pick any up? Which one is your favorite out of the 5? I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I'll link everything down below for you guys. I'll put my discount code down there for you if you want to use it. You don't have to, but if you do want to, I really appreciate it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if not subscribed already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.